for the first map of this series. So yeah, I wasn't planning on doing this today, but I believe the caster who was meant to be streaming it was having some technical issues, so hopefully I won't have any problems on my end as we head into the map pick of Heroic here on Nuke. Here we go, into the pistol round. The Swedes will take a defuse kit. As for Heroic, they've just gone for 5 sets of Kevlar. I'm not sure who Murder Spagurda is. We're going to have to figure that one out as the push comes forwards. Draken going to fall back. They give up ramp control, and Grooks will try and hold that one off. Ooh, okay, well, Grooks has been completely overwhelmed. The Glocks swarm on towards him. And Red Reserve are in a whole lot of trouble right now. Hampus is going to be dealt with. And with Heroic having the B bomb site, there's almost no chance for Red Reserve right now. They need to get some insane kills, and it's just not coming through for them. Rusty will be the last man alive. And Murder Spagurda lives up to his name as Heroic win the pistol round. So we're going to have to try and figure out these names on Heroic. I think that one of them has got to be Esatag, right? I'm not sure which. And then the other player missing is maybe Moddy? Yeah, Moddy. So we'll try and figure out who is who as the game goes on. I'm sure someone will know their skins. And right at the start of this round, Murder Spagurda continues his murder spree. 10 coming through for one of Moddy or Esatag. We don't know exactly who it is. Esatag is the guy with the marble fade bayonet. Okay, well, we'll try and see their knives at some point. Hampus and Grooks tried to take some aggression in this round. It didn't really work for them. I don't mind the decision by Red Reserve. They invested a little bit into this round though, so I'll be interested to see if Red Reserve buy up into the next one. Okay, apparently most people are saying that Esatag is Murder Spagurda, so I'll go with that. Which means that is Moddy. Grooks and Hampus just looking for exit kills. Not sure if they're going to be able to find them here. Heroic not looking too interested. As you would kind of expect, there's not much need for Heroic to push forward. But Grooks may find an angle right now. Not going to work for him. Asilian puts him to bed. And Hampus is over on the other side of the map. So the Desert Eagle will be saved. And I think as I kind of suggested, with that half investment into the previous round, we will not be seeing a buy here from Red Reserve. Heroic get the 3-0 lead. Not much to talk about there on the anti-eco. And it will be Red Reserve up onto the full buy. Draken gets the AWP into his hands. From what I've seen from Red Reserve, Draken has been a really welcomed addition to this team. Having a lot of positive performances. But sometimes even his good showing hasn't been enough to get the round wins. And we are already going to see Modi get aggressive into the vents. Oh no, Draken completely caught off guard. The communication just not there between the teammates. And that is a perfect start to the round for Heroic. Maybe not quite so perfect anymore, because Freiburg has been removed from the round. And what's happening right now is Cillian trying to push forwards, but Grooks puts him to bed. And Heroic will be into a 3v3. The kills seem to be coming through all across the map. Heroic is making their way onto the B-bomb site, but it doesn't work for them. Red Reserve have reacted pretty well to the fact they've lost B. They've slowly rotated down, and Freddy B is starting to come in on the flank. That could be dangerous. He's not going to push forwards. It's the two AWPs left in the 2 versus 3, which makes things kind of awkward for Heroic. They're waiting for the fights, and it works out for them. Modi gets the kill he needed. The smokes give them cover, and Red Reserve are both retaking from the same position. Oh, Mert's getting up close and personal, but it doesn't work out. Red Reserve win the 2 fights they needed, and it will be the CTs to get their first round on the board, and potentially to save the double AWP setup. It looks like they do want to save 2 AWPs into the next round. Heroic had 2 AWPs there because they picked off Draken at the start of the round. So at the start of the round, both teams just had 1 AWP each, but Modi had a Mac 10. He went straight down the vents and got the opening kill to get himself the AWP. But here we go, Heroic upping the pace in towards A. It's all about the trade game, and it is going to pay off for them. 1-for-1 trades on towards the site itself, and Essetag makes it even better, giving his team the man advantage and forcing Red Reserve to retake with just these AWPs. Good molly from Hampus. That should find him the frag. Insta headshot with the USP. But now Murder Spagurda knows where he is, and Essetag will be able to finish the job. Meaning that Draken has got 2 kills to find. And while he knows where Essetag is playing from, how does he get both of these kills? The answer is he is not going to. Heroic get themselves the reset that they were looking for, and Red Reserve's money is in the bin. It's a force buy for Red Reserve, but not really a great one. Good molly to force Rusty off the top of the hut. I like that that was deployed at the start of the round, because it kind of forces Red Reserve to play from slightly more awkward positions. With those pistols, you like being on top of that hut, trying to take those closer range angles. And Rusty is still up close. This is a little bit of an easier position to clear with a couple of nades. Heroics still don't have too much room to make mistakes in this round. If you look at the T side, their money isn't exactly great. They would really like to win this round with as few casualties as possible, But at the same time, as soon as they win this round, they should be up against, effectively, a full save from Red Reserve. So just getting this round win is the aim for Heroic, and it will put them in great shape. Draken rattles off the shots, but a flurry of frags are found by Heroic. The outside play works perfectly for them. Even though they are up against the Deagles, they are winning every single aim duel. And Grux has very little left to do. It looks like Heroic have established dominance on their T side, as they secure the 5-1 lead and also force Red Reserve into the save. Well, this is not the start that Red Reserve were hoping for. I think that's fair to say, as Heroic realise the position they are in, realise that they shouldn't have too many difficulties in this round. Maybe a slight risk to go so quickly into the B bomb site. You know there's a chance the USPs will stack here, but oh, Moddy is having a field day. This MAC-10 is taking every single kill and taking a lot of money for himself. Grux and Hampus would rather not die to the MAC-10 if possible. And there we go. Moddy's MAC-10 eventually gets removed from the round, but the AKs will soon be following. And that should mean this round is over. Indeed, the nade of Esatag secures the round win, as Heroic take themselves an excellent start to this map. As Cillian's up there at 10 frags, Esatag not far behind with 9 kills, and then Draken over on the Red Reserve side of things. He's the player I would look towards to have to be that sort of standout man for them, and that has not happened in this game. He has yet to get a kill on the board, and maybe now is Draken's chance to have some impact, because he's got that all out. There we go. Draken gets the opening kill. Freddy B follows with one of his own. And while Cillian has been able to sneak down Secret, it's cost Heroic a 2-man disadvantage. Freddy B makes it even worse for Heroic. Moddy looking to see if he can crack open the A side of things, but the trade is good for Red Reserve. And Cillian has got a tough task ahead of him. Cillian creeping up Secret. He's really looking to take 1v1 fights here, and Freddy B may give him a one-on-one duel, but not going to happen. Draken was holding the long-range angle. And that means that Red Reserve take a second round win quite comfortably, which is kind of what they needed. Even with all those players surviving, you can see the CT economy isn't all that healthy. Mertz is going to try and force the opening. I think he just missed that shot, but that was a really cool idea from Heroic. Just nade out the door, see if Mertz can work an opening pick for you. That's something we haven't seen Heroic try in this game. And the switch up nearly rewards Heroic with the man advantage, but it looks like Mertz might have just missed that shot. So Heroic will have to play into the 5v5. Mertz took a little bit of damage for his troubles, but nothing too significant. And, ooh, interesting wall of smokes from Heroic. This is a different smoke lineup to what you usually see. And Draken cannot do anything about that. There's no gaps in those smokes. Heroic are able to sneak forwards. And while Red Reserve are fairly well set up on the bomb sites, they are leaving B very, very vulnerable right now. Heroic continue to creep their way forwards. They've got plenty of nades to get this bomb planted. And Red Reserve aren't going to be able to do much against this. The bomb should be going down pretty safely. Especially with Moddy finding a frag for his team. Trade is good from Rusty, but again, these smokes are down. There's still flashbangs to follow for Heroic if they want to try and delay things further. Now, Red Reserve have also got a fair few nades, so we'll see if their utility comes into play. It's looking like it won't happen. Red Reserve are calling off this round with the man disadvantage. They just gave up way too much ground there. I thought that Draken was going to communicate the fact that with the wall of smokes, they need someone to rotate towards B, but it just never came through for the CTs. And they are only going to get to save these two guns over at CT spawn. That means if we do see a force buy, it will certainly be limited from the Red Reserve side of things. Moddy gonna get aggressive again, gets down the vents, and ooh, he's down to 37 HP, but is that a worthwhile trade? Because he's got himself into a strong position. You can see Red Reserve much more aware of this B site possibility this time around. And with good reason, because as Heroic push in towards ramp room, it becomes more and more likely they are going to move towards this B site. Grooks in position. They haven't cleared him. Grooks isn't going to get anything. That could have been the difference maker, but it doesn't work out. Heroic spot him. And that is huge from Heroic. After not clearing the corner, they make up for their mistake. And we head into a 3v3, which could go either way. Tag cracks off the head of Rusty. Hampus's Molotov should be good to force the player out of position, but Freddy B is gone, as is Hampus. And Heroic are looking one step ahead in this game. And I think the cool thing here for Heroic is that they haven't really had to make too many crazy individual plays. It's just been solid teamwork that's got them to this point. You know, we haven't seen any massive individual rounds from anyone. We have seen Asilian playing really well. And again, he continues that trend as he gets his 12th kill of the game. But quite frankly, it just looks like Heroic are on a whole different level to Red Reserve, in this map at least. Cillian with a bit of a sloppy spray down. Shouldn't really fight anymore, doesn't want to risk giving up that AK. But then again, with the lead that Heroic have, these are small problems for them. The fact that Asilian dies there doesn't really matter too much in the grand scheme of things. The second frag there. Freddy B follows it up. An AK and an AWP recovered, but Freiburg will put a stop to the AWP from being saved. That AK will also follow. Oh, what a spray down from Freiburg. Again, only against the Eco, but still some important kills to find to make sure that Red Reserve don't get to save those guns into the next round. And at this point of the game, this is almost a must-win round for Red Reserve. Maybe that's a bit extreme, but considering they're on the CT side of Nuke, they really need to get some rounds together. And Asilian is just flipping his karambit as Freiburg finds the opening kill of the round. Mertz gets one of his own. And out of nowhere, Heroic have got the two-man lead. Draken sneaks down that ladder to his death. Freiburg was waiting for him. And Hampus is about to be stabbed in the back. Oh, okay. Modi misses the shot. That could go against him as Hampus gets gifted the frag. Grooks is also positioned towards the B-bomb site, so maybe that gives Red Reserve some sort of chance. Modi's mistake might come back to haunt him. But Hampus is just so far away from the action. The bomb has already been planted. And I don't know if Red Reserve can realistically win this one. Grooks was down the ladder. That's not going to make it easy for him. Yeah, this is not happening. Red Reserve have already called this round off. Grooks is going to look to save the AWP. And I think he will be okay to do so. Down to 19 HP from the bomb. But more importantly, it's a 10th round secured for Heroic. And they just keep on going. Again, if you have just joined us, this is the map pick of Heroic. So you would expect them to be a bit better here on Nuke, but this is more than a bit better. This is very one-sided. Maybe not so much in this round, though, because Draken has found 2 kills, and Hampus chimes in with one of his own. Heroic gets shut down on the outside play, and they used almost no nades to counter that AWP. Draken will happily take those kills all day long. Freddy B finds another angle to work with, and Draken will be dealt with. So there we go. Red Reserve back on track to try and recover this CT side. But I would say that's more Heroic making mistakes than Red Reserve playing well. I mean, you've got to give Red Reserve credit for landing the shots. They did a good job at making sure they just secured that position and stopped the push. But in the future, you would definitely expect Heroic to be using their utility, using their smokes to cut off Draken's position. Here we go again. Heroic thinking about some early aggression, but I think those nades will deny them. Ooh, Hampus playing a dangerous game around the door, and Modi just rips his head off. Not the start that Hampus was looking for, and oh, Draken gets a double! He's gonna go back for more. He's hungry for blood right now, and Draken not quite gonna get the follow-up, but the pistol does the job. Draken really stepping up for his team as Heroic starts to slow things down. They start to crumble. Again, maybe it's a little too late, but nice shots from Draken. And Heroic put themselves in a position where they've still got the lead. But Red Reserve have got themselves a couple of rounds. And let's see this one again. Ooh, that was nearly a third man lining up. S-Attack was about to swing in front of those two players. But still beautifully done by Draken. Very slow start to this round. And just as I say that, Hampus's secondary AWP comes through. S-Attack gets an opening of his own, and oh, that nade might be on point. There it is. Hampus doubles down in the round, but the molly in towards heaven denies him from doing anything else. Mertz makes his presence known, but Hampus is still going. He's made it a 3k on towards this AWP. And the nade got the 1 kill for him. And Heroic's still a little bit spread out. Freiburg was nowhere near the action. And oh no, Grooks is in position to deny the bomb from moving forwards. Great shot from Modi as he makes it work on towards the AWP of Hampus. But with 13 seconds, he's got to go now. He gets the bomb safely. Oh, he's going to drop down. Surely he doesn't have time for this. 6 seconds left. Modi plays for the frags, but he's not going to be able to get this done. It's Red Reserve who win themselves the 5th round at the end of the half. I thought that Modi was definitely just going to go in towards A there. He should have had time to make it to the A bomb site. But maybe not realizing just how low the time was. And so Red Reserve salvage a few rounds at the end of the half. It's still not great for them. But they're not completely out of Nuke just yet. Modi going to be pressured in towards ramp. He decides to give up control of that position completely. As, oh wow, S-Attack comes through with a double kill. Modi not able to do anything. Looking for the headshots and he just can't connect. He finally finishes off Freddy B. And Freiburg comes in with one of his own. Leaving Rusty in an almost unwinnable position. And that is proven by Modi. Heroic get themselves the pistol round. And that may well be enough for them to take this game over the line. Red Reserve decide to take the gamble on the force buy. We'll see if it works out for them. Doesn't seem too likely. But they've got the pistols with some nades to use alongside their weak buy. Wow, okay. There was a big gap in that smoke. Oh, Freiburg just found a 3-man spray down. That's not bad at all. Draken will also be finished off by S-Attack. I think at this point, Heroic are likely too far ahead, considering Red Reserve don't have money for this round either. And you can see that reflected in the odds there. GG.Bet saying that Red Reserve have a very, very slim chance of the comeback. I mean, I guess if you've got faith in the Swedish lads, you could put a bet on them. But you would be a braver man than I, considering Heroic have got themselves the lead. But hold on a second. Freddy.Bet finds the opening of the round. STag is fighting Deeg on Deeg, but Hampus is able to slither away on 2 HP and not going to live any longer. As Cillian finds him, trades are coming in thick and fast, but it's up to Freddy.Bet, and they know where he is. Heroic do clean up the round. Even after losing the first man, they survive with 3 players. Well, we've got full AKs for Red Reserve. Everyone on the T side has got themselves a premium rifle, whereas the same cannot be said for Heroic. Modi is forced down to a FAMAS, and Cillian is stuck with an MP9. STag, not able to win that fight. I thought he was going to get at least 1 kill there, but it doesn't come through for him, and these fights are so incredibly awkward. Modi not able to connect anything. And Mertz will... Oh, Mertz could have the bomb. He doesn't realize it. That's unfortunate, but Mertz is going to look for further fights. Oh, there's a second kill for Mertz. Red Reserve fighting him 1 by 1. This is the only way Red Reserve can lose this round. As long as they group up now, Mertz shouldn't really have a chance to win this. Mertz. Oh, what is happening? They keep on fighting Mertz. The AWP gets the no-scope. And all of a sudden, Mertz has made himself have a chance at this round. Pushing forwards, Mertz finally misses as Freddy.Bet puts him to bed. But that was way, way closer than it ever needed to be. Let's get a replay of some of these shots. Again, fighting just 1 by 1. No chance for the trades on any of these kills. You're making it so much easier for Mertz to make it scary. Didn't lead to anything in the end. But my goodness, do Red Reserve need to be a bit more careful in the future. Because Mertz is definitely a capable AWPer. Rusty is able to take 1 frag before he's sent to an early grave. STag, however, has found himself 2 kills and dropped the bomb. Quite surprising to see Red Reserve push so early into this one with few nades to work with, but Draken has found himself a double kill. It's all about the fight, and Draken keeps on fighting. We go into a 2v2 in an incredibly scrappy round. However, it seems as though we will make sense of it with Red Reserve having themselves the B bomb site. Grooks, waiting patiently, spots the first man out. Freddy.Bet already on towards Freiburg, leaving a Cillian alone. If he had a smoke, maybe he could think about getting on the bomb, but he also doesn't have a defuse kit. There's no way a Cillian wins this, and Grooks just takes his face off. Red Reserve trying to fight back into this one. And considering Heroic's money isn't all that good, Red Reserve have managed to stabilize their position. Again, it's not great for them, but it's not out of the question that they could pull this off. Heroic are certainly still the favourites on this map. They're on the CT side, and while they don't have the money for this round, they should be buying into the next, as I'm not exactly sure what STag was doing there. Just trying to spam through the smoke. Made it very clear where he was playing from, and Hampus will happily take that information. We've got 4 USPs on the heroic side. Shouldn't have any real chance to get this round win. Draken might be in trouble. Double spray down. Okay, follows it up with the third. And there we go. Only the single casualty for the Red Reserve side. They get themselves the round win. And it's only a 5-round deficit now. This game really is getting closer and closer. Again, still a long way to go for Red Reserve, but Draken pushes down the vents right at the start of the round. Heroic don't have all that much utility. Not a single defuse kit for the CT side, and the cross is safe, especially now that Hampus has opened up the round. Esatag gave away his position, and Hampus takes advantage of that fact. Modi looking for a way back into this one. Oh, Grooks just taking the head off of Mertz. Rusty gets one of his own. And Red Reserve are making this round work for themselves. Freiburg will have no chance to win as Grooks finishes the job. And this game is really heating up now. Freiburg invests into a scout, while the rest of the team decide to mostly just go for the pistols. Not that that matters too much. Red Reserve have already got themselves the 2-man lead, and Freiburg's scout doesn't seem to be having any impact on the round. Modi waiting patiently, not going to pay off for him, as Freddy B secures the kill. Freiburg trying to fight. The USP didn't do enough damage here, so Hampus won't die from a shot to the chest. Not that it matters anyway. Red Reserve will secure their 10th round win. And Heroic will get themselves the full buy. This time Mertz has the AWP. They should get themselves at least 1 or 2 defuse kits. And again, the nades will also be a bit better. Taking a look at that scoreboard, Esatag has transitioned into much more of a star player for Heroic in the recent months. Interestingly though, Mertz at the bottom of the scoreboard there hasn't really been as involved as he would like to be with that AWP. I think part of that is just because back on that T side, a lot of the rounds were being won by his teammates, so he didn't have to do too much. But at the same time, in this second half, he hasn't really been able to find as much as he would have liked. Into round 24. This could be a pretty pivotal round in this game. Rusty again gets down the vents without taking all that much damage. He's only down to 93 HP, which is absolutely fine, as Modi is going to be dealt with. Esatag tries to line them up, but gets traded on. Rusty, loses that fight. He should have found that one, but Freiburg finds an instant headshot, and we go into a 3 versus 3. The flashbang deployed, but Grooks is going to be dealt with. And now Draken is trying to hold this one off. He's hoping that Heroic push towards him. It's not going to go that way, though, as Hampus hunts down one of his own. Draken not going to be able to get that kill, but he gets the information. Sicilian pushes in, Draken finds his head, and it's up to Mertz to try to clutch with the AWP. The molly forces him to reposition. Draken decides to peek, a very risky fight to take, and Mertz nearly gets the kill off the back of it. It's into the 1v2, and Draken finishes the round, and it goes the way of Red Reserve. This has been an incredible win streak by the Red Reserve players. Heroic haven't won a round in a long time. Remember, it was a 10-5 half in favor of Heroic that then went into a 12-5 lead, I believe, after the pistol round. And Red Reserve have been able to win round after round in this second half. The surprising thing is, in quite a few of these rounds, Red Reserve have just decided to go for a fast-paced play that Heroic haven't been able to deal with. Esatag, the sole survivor, will easily be overwhelmed, and Heroic have got to figure out a way to win one of these gun rounds. Esatag takes an AWP, decides to drop it over to Mertz. So they will stick with the single AWP on the CT side, but they will make sure they've got themselves full nades. Mertz decides not to buy a defuse kit, which is fine. Heroic have already got 3, so I don't mind that decision. As long as you've got 3 kits, you're normally in okay shape. And again, Hampus is just looking to make a play. They might not expect this to come in so quickly. Esatag, there we go. The first fight goes the way of Heroic. That's what they needed. They stop the early aggression that has worked so well for Red Reserve in these recent rounds. Now Red Reserve have got to find another method of victory here in round 26. Draken trying to create some space for himself. It's Freddy B who has snuck his way down secret. And with that area of the map in their control, Red Reserve try to put their presence towards Ramp Room, knowing that Freddy B can assist them with the fights. And with 35 seconds, Freddy B will look to do just that. Modi is clearly aware of the possibility, and he's got Mertz to assist him. Ooh, this is looking pretty good for Heroic. This next fight is everything. Modi gets the kill for free. Mertz is there to help, and here we go. Mertz happy to take these fights. Solid setup from the CT side, and with 10 seconds left, there's just no time to work with. Draken needs to be careful not to die after time, although Red Reserve are so rich that it might not matter too much as the kill comes in. That could be fairly impactful. Just trying to lower Heroic's economy is the main thing that matters at this point, because Red Reserve are rich. You can see there on the scoreboard, Red Reserve's win streak finally put to a stop in this second half. That was, what, 7 rounds in a row that they won there on their T side? It was actually 13-5 at one point. Now it is much, much closer. So if Heroic were to lose this round, their money would not be there. This is the most important round of this game so far. Heroic could either get up to map point, or they could be in a position where they have to save. S-Attack gets one. Oh, he gets 2 kills. Rusty was able to find a single trade, and S-Attack eventually dealt with. The trades are coming in towards the site, and we're into a 2v2. Oh no, Asilian not aware of the flank. Draken continuing to sneak forwards, and there is the frag he needed. It is all on Moddy to try to save the round for Heroic. Molly deployed, Moddy pushes forwards, they know where he is, and Moddy is gonna get the kill. Moddy not going to follow it up. It's Hampus to secure the round for Red Reserve. And look at Heroic's money. This game is going to go the distance as we see another pause taken. Again, that was such a frantic round that I really could not tell what was going on for the most part of it. Especially at the start of the round there. The trades were coming in all over the place, but it ended up in that 2v2. And while Moddy got good timing as he came up the vents, he could not convert the round win. And that means that Heroic are on that save I was talking about. But S-Attack seems to have found a wallbang headshot. S-Attack has made it a second with that scout. Hold on a moment. Maybe this round is doable. S-Attack is on a single point of health. So that scout will be less and less impactful. Oh, what? S-Attack finds another tag. The aggression comes through. An AK recovered by Mertz. And this is all of a sudden a round that is winnable. Hampus recovers the orb. S-Attack keeps on going. How is this happening? The scout's just taking heads. Rusty gets a kill back. S-Attack still on a single point of health, but he cannot stop them from moving into the A-bomb site. A 3v2 retake to try to pull off. Asilian's got the AK, but Moddy is still stuck with a USP. Oh, S-Attack so close to being spotted, but they don't clear heaven fully. Asilian is gone. The USP tries to push forwards, but it's not going to happen. Despite S-Attack's best efforts, it is Red Reserve who secure round number 14. And Heroic are going to be going for a force buy, but it will not be a perfect one. Again, S-Attack, the one standout player throughout this entire map. But this buy for Heroic is not perfect. And considering the position they are in, considering the fact that as soon as Heroic lose one round, Red Reserve are at map point on their own map pick, this is a little scary for Heroic right now. A quick reminder, if you have just joined us, this is Heroic's map pick, and it started off so well for them. At one point in this game, Heroic had a 13-5 lead. And yet Red Reserve have grinded out rounds in this second half on their T side to take this map as close as it is. Whatever happens, we are going to round number 30, and Red Reserve will be hoping it's them who have the chance for the win. They've been able to gain control of Yard thanks to all of those smokes. A fair few players making it in towards Secret. You can really feel the fact that no one wants to make the mistake in this round. Everything on the line here as the molly forces Moddy to reposition. Freiburg bails out of that fight, calling for assistance potentially. As Freiburg is stuck on the site itself, he wins that duel against the AK. It's the UMP to come out on top. Draken holding the rotates. He has to hear the player pushing behind him, but he doesn't find the frag. Moddy gets the kill towards him. The trade's coming through. Asilian gets one. They line up for Rusty. It's into a 1v1. This game just keeps on giving, but Rusty is only on 6 HP. Flash deployed. It's Rusty to fall, and Mertz to take map point for Heroic. Rusty there, coming close to getting the job done. But Mertz was too high on health and only needed one shot to take the 15th round win for Heroic. Here we go. The last round of overtime. Well, the last round of regulation. And the question is, will we be going to overtime? Again, Heroic probably should have won this game a bit earlier. But as long as they can get the win, I'm sure they will be okay. Just looking at the scoreboard, the fact that Draken is up there on 23 frags is actually pretty impressive. If you remember back to those first 7 rounds, Draken was unable to get a single kill in those first 7 rounds. So he has really turned his performance around in this game. After a slow start, he is now leading the way for the Swedes. Freiburg finds the opening kill of the round. Moddy gonna get one of his own. This is it. Heroic with a 2-man lead. Esatag forced off the angle, but Heroic will be very happy with the position they are in. Rusty gonna get one back thanks to the flashbang on towards Esatag. And Red Reserve continue to look for a little bit more. Asilian is playing a pretty risky position there. He could easily be picked off. Rusty! Insta-headshot on towards Mertz. And Red Reserve are right back in this round. "30 seconds left in regulation. Can Red Reserve get this bomb planted?" Asilian is holding on the site. And here we go. Asilian isn't going to get the kill. Rusty rips his head off. And that is a huge frag as Rusty finds a second. It is all on Moddy to try and win this for Heroic. Otherwise, we go to overtime. And Modi has got a hell of a lot to do. Rusty is going to want that ace, by the way. He's on for an ace right now. It's Modi to try and push forwards. And Draken finishes the job. We are going to overtime in the first map of this best of 3. And this is just an insane game. Like, let's be real. The fact that Red Reserve have even pulled this to overtime is already incredible. And I wonder if that will play into the mindsets of both of these teams. Heroic may feel like they should have had this game in the bag, but they can't be thinking about that right now. They've just got to play with what they can into overtime. And again, we've got the single AWP on both sides. Mertz has been shut down by Draken in this matchup. We'll see if that continues to be the case as... hello, Draken pushing down Vents with the AWP. We'll see what he can do with that position as Mertz also gets aggressive towards outside. Hamper's going to sneak his way around the smokes, but Esatag finds him. It's Heroic to gain the early advantage in this round. And Red Reserve are looking for a way back into this one. Modi wins the fight towards Freddy B. And Grook's only able to get one in reply. Draken's position barely gets to be used by him. All his teammates are dead. What was that? Okay, Draken. He's just looking for anything, but there's nothing to be found here. With 25 seconds. I don't think Draken can win this. Oh boy, the mollies deny him. Yeah, he is screwed. So there's 16k starting money. Saving the AWP isn't really going to have a massive impact, but he might as well just save at this point. You can be basically 100% safe in CT spawn. No one is going to kill you here. And it just means that Draken will definitely have the AWP for the next 2 rounds. So I don't mind that decision. And as we head into the second round, we will have a timeout before this one comes into play. Silence? Yeah, sorry. I have a bit of a cold, so if there's ever silence, I'm probably just coughing my lungs up. Luckily, I can mute the mic, so you guys don't have to hear it. Honestly, I wasn't even expecting to get to cast this today. I was called in very last minute for this one. But I'm glad I did, because this has been a hell of a first map. And we'll see who can take it over the line here in overtime. It's Heroic with the slight advantage. But Red Reserve seem to be upping their pace in towards Yard. Freddy B gets right up close. Esatag fully blinded up. And that means that Freddy B can give his team the early advantage. Modi looking for some sort of reply, and oh, the timing is everything. Freddy B finds his head. Huge play from Freddy B as Draken gets one of his own, and this is a perfect round for Red Reserve. Almost no damage taken on the T side, and a Cillian will be traded on. And just like that, Red Reserve tie up the scoreline. Well, Heroic have still got themselves the bye, obviously. We're into overtime, so that's not a worry. But the worry is how quickly they lost that last round. It seems like when Red Reserve go for that fast-paced play, that's when they find most of their success. In this round, they decide to slow things down slightly. Maybe realizing that Heroic would be playing passively, and we can see that Mertz is playing extremely passively back in CT spawn. Again, there's a gap in this smoke. Esatag takes advantage of it. Red Reserve continue to make mistakes with that single smoke, and Esatag gets a double kill gifted towards him. Freddy B unable to win that fight. That's the bomb dropped. And that is Red Reserve's chances at this round lowered dramatically. Mertz has got to be careful. There's a man up close and he's unaware of that fact. Rusty finds him. Still 4 more kills needed for Red Reserve. And at this point, they obviously have to go for it. It's the last round of this first half of overtime. Unfortunately for Rusty, he has got to ace as he gets the trade, spots a third man. The molly will be deployed towards him. However, Esatag is able to reposition. Rusty spots the player. Esatag gave away his angle there, but it doesn't matter. He wins the fight, gets a 4K, and secures the slight lead for Heroic at the half. Into the second half we go. We are going to see Freddy B take the AUG into play. We haven't really seen those scoped rifles used too much in this particular map. It's cool to see him take the AUG as Mertz trying to force an opening. A very tight angle, and Hampus jumps across, deploys a smoke. And that means that Mertz nearly gets the timing right, but does not get the chance for the opening. Here we go. Heroic moving in towards yard. This same set of smokes deployed that we saw previously. And I really like those smokes to get in towards secret. It doesn't seem like Red Reserve have a counter to that. So sure, you use 3 smokes, but you get yourself down secret very safely. And with 35 seconds left, here we go. Freddy B spots the players out. Ooh, great kill from Freddy. He follows it up with a second. And now Freddy B will move in towards the bomb site itself. The time is ticking, and Heroic have got to move forwards. Freddy B finally put to bed, and Mertz looks for more, but ends up falling. It's up to Asilian and Moddy to get this bomb down. The fake plant from Asilian doesn't bait out any players. Moddy, oh what? How has Hampus not got the kill there? Asilian survives, but on 2 HP, Draken hunts him down. And the pistol does the damage needed. Red Reserve again tie up the scoreline. But these rounds are really going down to the wire. I do like this Talon knife. I haven't seen too many people using it. But Draken is having fun. We'll see if he can have fun with his AWP in this round as... Oh, what a shot from Draken. finds the gap in the smoke. Nearly gets the second, but it's Freddie B to really put them to bed with the AUG. That AUG has had impact in both of these rounds as Draken gets one of his own. And Mertz is going to be overrun. Red Reserve have got themselves a chance to steal away Heroic's map pick. This could be a huge comeback from the Swedes. Again, Draken top of the scoreboard for Red Reserve with Rusty not too far behind him. Those two have definitely been key in Red Reserve getting this comeback. As for Heroic, it's kind of been a one-man show. Esatag has been a big part of their success, but it may not be enough for them here. Again, the one player really missing for Heroic has got to be Mertz. Unfortunately, that AWP has not really had the impact we need it to here on Nuke. And he continues to go for that AWP on the T side. We'll see if Mertz can make the difference in what could be the last round of Nuke. It's either going to be Red Reserve getting victory or Heroic taking us to a second overtime. And if Red Reserve could get this round win, they would have a great chance at taking the series. Overpass is always a good map for them. And that's what is coming up next. But for now, we need to focus on Nuke. Really nice nade as Freiberg is chunked down to half HP. But Draken continues to fight. He gets the second before he falls. And Hampus comes in with one of his own. Red Reserve with a two-man lead. And it's even better for them as Freddie B gets one with the AUG. Moddy has got it all to do. But it looks like Red Reserve have netted themselves the comeback here on Nuke. And there it is. A 19-17 victory on this map. Really nicely done. Again, the fact that Red Reserve get that comeback is incredible. They take the first map. And heading into Overpass, I've got to say that Red Reserve are probably favourites to take this series 2-0 now. Heroic have really got to have a chance at this break to reset their mindset, because they are not going to be feeling great after they lost on Nuke there. Red Reserve take the 1-0 lead in the series, but we are not done yet, folks. Make sure to come back after the break, because if the second map is anything like that one, you are not going to want to miss it.